Hello, welcome back to Coracks Cribs Icarus edition. This edition is our Stone Edition Volume 1. You'd seen the big wooden house that me and Lorak lived in for a while, and then we convinced some of our friends to start playing, and we started all over, started a new map, and moved to this house here. Now, this little rail system here, and this says stones. We were just beginning. The AI still worried us. The storms were going off and surprising us, and we were still noobs, Icarus noobs. So this little rail system, you can see I'm right here on L12, actually extends all the way up to this lake, comes all the way down in a pretty straight line down to the house. And there's a rock there, but that's respawned. What we would do is we would clear along this side of the rail. That gave you a straight riding path. If you had a second animal following you, it made it easy for them to follow you. If you were just running without an animal, you could just get on these rails, make really good time running. Nothing could really bother you. When we would clear, we'd just stack up the wood and then later come back through with a buffalo and a cart and pick up stuff as we needed it. As you can see, you can make pretty decent time as long as you can stay on the rails. Now, at one point later, we did learn when these would catch fire and a lightning strike. So, what eventually became our big world, which I have trouble getting on to now since they've done so many updates, it doesn't really want to let us on it anymore. We would put 3 stone pillars about every 50 logs. So it was basically a fire break. And Corack would always get turned around on the maps, and this, if I told him meet me at second lake, he could get on this and get to the second lake without getting lost. So this was our first stone. Sorry, baby deer. I need your kill point. This was our first little stone house. There's your normal beginning drop. There's the triangle lake. This was that little island right there. That basically encompassed the island. Gives you the a moat-like consistency around everything. The animals like to cross my little bridge here. Now, the way this bridge is, if you were coming along and you had an animal following you, a pack animal, you could go into the stable and they would be able to come up the ramp, make it across. That's why it's kind of catty corner out like that. Down here we had storage supplies. We were dealing with storms. Right now I'm running the only mod I have going is a no storm, so I can do the video without interruption. Wood storage, stone storage. We got some fish traps laid around. You come in, you get the stable here. We have nice ambient torches all the way around. This was where my group actually learned the game, a lot of it. We learned, doing simple missions and everything. Learned our crafting, learned how stupid the AI actually ended up being. Here's the crafting areas and everything. Stone furnace, masonry bench. I started getting into really organizing everything. Fireplace, your carpentry, textiles, kitchen area. Everything was still pretty condensed and easy to maintain. Big ladder up here, you get the bedrooms. So Borak was a second character of mine. When I first started, I didn't have any of my friends playing. So Corack was my hunter, Borak was my farmer, and I had one named Toolrack. Basically a throwback to Tool Time with Tim. He was my builder. So this is where his character kept stuff. Madrak, he would join me occasionally. He was our fighter. This is Corack's corner, and we were playing with the different furnitures. That's why each little corner has its different look. This was just a common eating area. There's Lorax, who I've talked about before, and I don't remember if he's in any of my other videos right now. He's in the intro for this. He's the one sitting on that in front of that little stone house. Like Doctor, she was a good fighter and good resource gatherer. And then Super Trippy, he was my stepson. He plays 7 Days to Die with me on Mondays. Might have seen some of those videos. He'd join us occasionally. So the holes in here or so you could hop out of bed and just hop down. You didn't have to wait for somebody on the ladder. It just made things a little quicker. You go out here, you got a little garden. These little corn things are more decorative, but you could also get the right game. Hide behind them if you wanted to. Another rain catcher. We'd throw our seeds in there. This is good outdoor storage. We learned about chickens running all over the place, so we stuck them on the roof so they were kind of contained by the walls there. This trapdoor was just put in so you could drop down quickly and easily. We have our torches on the corners. So if somebody was out late at night, they could easily see the base. Especially before we got the I'm having a brain fart. Before we got the little sensor thing. This little beacon. Anyway, that is there it is. This is what became our first real base that we spent a lot of time with as a group. Portable beacon. We had many a good session playing out of this house. It is pretty well. Hope you enjoyed this little short video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. And please give a thumbs up. And have a wonderful day. Happy prospecting.